Okay, ready? Yeah. Rolling.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Karl Shakur. I'm an adventure photographer and welcome back to my channel. We're currently in Hong Kong and it's like, what time is it? I don't have a watch.
It's like 4 a.m.
It's 4 a.m. and we're shooting some night photography. And I figured while I'm out here, why not show you what I carry around. So today I'm gonna be giving you a look into kind of like what I shoot with, what photography tools I use, and if you're looking to buy some gear, what you should buy as well. So let's jump right into it. All right, let's go. I'm trying to get this freaking thing.
Dude, your outfit looks good.
Thank you. Bam! All right.
That's a nice set, dude.
Okay, now we're gonna pretend like we just got here. We just got to the rooftop. We're like conveniently placed. First thing in my bag, the bag I carry is the Wandered Provoke pack. It's a 25-liter bag. 25 liter?
21
liter bag, and I like it because it's low-key, it's super stylish, and also it's black, and everybody likes black. Okay, firstly I'm gonna start with my personal items, the stuff that stays in my backpack with me anywhere I go, regardless of where I'm going. I always carry a stick of deodorant, just in case I need emergencies. I don't want to smell like a homeless man. Secondly, carry an Afro Pick, just in case you need a flex on these bros out here, just to make sure the hair's fresh. A wallet full of cash, very, very important. Emergency cash. I always have like a couple of $100. So weird flex, but okay. I always have a couple of bucks in here just to be safe, because you never know. Next up, I have these two items that go perfectly together. I have a universal adapter, which basically allows you to adapt to every single country that you find yourself in: Australia, UK, US, and then that couples well with this power strip. So I plug this into this, and that way you can charge 6 different devices at the same time. And it usually comes in handy when you're traveling on the road.
For what types of things?
For charging battery, like charging.
No, but I mean like laptop, phone, all your cameras.
Like that's basic. Everyone knows what you're charging. Alright. Next up, I have this Harman Kardon speaker, just in case you want to get lit in the hotel room. And then, aside from my personal gear, it's a complete mess right now. But aside from my personal gear, I also have gear that I use to organize my thoughts and also process my videos and my photos. And to start off with, I have one of the older MacBooks, not necessarily one of the new ones. So, an older MacBook, and it has strips of Velcro on here so I can stick my hard drives to the back of the MacBook. It makes it more convenient for working at my desk and everything. And this is a 15-inch MacBook, and it's very, very old, very dinged up, but still gets the job done, so I'm not changing it until it absolutely craps out on me. Next up, I have a Wacom tablet. This is essential for painting and doing funny stuff on my photos, just to give them another depth and to add more effects to my photos when I'm editing. And then I have a journal. This journal is, I've been keeping a journal for the last year or so. Don't. People are gonna pause that. Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping a journal for a couple of months, and this just helps me collect my thoughts rather than putting it down electronically. It's kind of therapeutic to write stuff down, so I keep a journal. And then to go along with my laptop, I have a 5 terabyte Lacie hard drive. And this is very, very convenient because it's rugged. If it drops, it's weather resistant and it's rugged, especially someone who treats their gear very roughly. Obviously, as you can see, my gear is strewn across the ground. This Lacie hard drive comes in very handy, especially for when I'm on the road and when I'm traveling and stuff. And then finally, I'm gonna jump into my camera gear, the most important, the stuff that you guys tuned in for. First off, the camera body that I use is a Canon, what is this? It's a 5D Mark IV. 5D Mark IV. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Anyway, so yeah, that's the camera that I use. That's my main body that I rely on for most of my photos. I started using that over the new year. So I use a Canon 5D Mark IV, and that's kind of like the driver that pushes all my photos and videos as well. For the lenses that I carry along, the 24 to 70 millimeter, this is what, 2.8?
Yep.
And this is very handy for tightening and punching out and stuff, and getting those diverse and unique angles. I'm someone who likes to use telephotos a lot, so I'm not afraid to zoom in. So this helps me to zoom in. And speaking of zooming in, this is what I like to call the Big Daddy. It has its own case on itself. This is the 100 to 400 millimeter lens. Does it extend? Oh, it extends. 100 to 400 millimeter that I shoot with, especially if I want to punch in and getting closer. As I said before, I'm not afraid to zoom in on stuff, so this comes in very handy. If you can't already tell, by the way, I'm an extreme Canon fanboy. I love my Canon lenses and my Canon gear. So most of my stuff, as you can see, is Canon. And then to go along with my 3 lenses, I carry around a DJI Mavic 2 Pro. I don't have any of the batteries here, so I look really bummed. But basically, this is my #1 drone that I carry around because it's so compact and so tiny. And I have this nice little hard shell case that fits the drone, so that way the drone doesn't get dinged up when I toss it in my bag. And the final, most important piece of gear, this is a camera that never leaves my backpack when I'm traveling, is the Kodak Power Flash. This is a camera that goes along with me anywhere I go because it holds a special place in my heart because it reminds me of my childhood and it allows me to collect memories with friends. See that? Collecting memories with friends when I'm out about on the field. And it's actually very interesting because you can't see the photos immediately. Crazy concept, film cameras, whoa, you know. All right, and for the final section of this video, I'm gonna be giving you guys suggestions on what gear you should buy. If you're looking to buy some camera gear and you don't know what to buy, first off, all these suggestions are gonna be Canon because it's Canon. It's Canon, so I'm a big Canon fanboy. All the suggestions I'm gonna let you know. I actually have a couple of spare cameras here. This section is kind of like the bonus section of gear that I didn't include in my main backpack, but this is definitely gear that I use and would probably be very useful for you if you're a beginner photographer or an intermediate photographer. So let's just jump into it. If you consider yourself to be a beginner photographer and you're asking yourself, what camera gear should I buy? These two are the perfect things to go together as a beginner photographer. This is the Canon EOS Rebel T7i. I actually started shooting with the T6i, the model that came out before this camera, and it's a perfect camera for beginner photographers. And you can pair that camera with the 10 to 18 millimeter lens. This is only for crop sensors. These two go together like butter and bread. These two go together very nicely, and they're coupled together. They're the perfect setup for a beginner photographer. Very versatile, very light, can fit in your back pocket. Can't fit in your back pocket, but it's a good setup. So if you consider yourself an intermediate photographer, let's say you've been doing this for a couple of years, you've collected yourself a crop sensor camera and you've kind of exhausted the use of that camera, and you're looking to upgrade to a full frame camera, but you don't want to break the bank, I have the perfect suggestion for you. Let me just tell you, this is it. This lens and this camera, this is the Canon 6D. This is the camera that has been with me most of my photography career, and it's, dare I say, it's the perfect camera for advancing your photography career. And to couple that up with, I have the 17 to 35 millimeter lens. Now this is a very weird lens because this is a discontinued lens. It's not being manufactured anymore, but because of that, it's very cheap. It's a 2.8 lens, and obviously it's a red rig lens, as you can see. I love it. I love this lens because it's cheap and it goes well with this. And this put together will cost you less than how much? Maybe like $1,500, which is a good setup for full frame if you're an intermediate photographer and you're just trying to improve your skills. So that's what I suggest for a beginner photographer and for an intermediate photographer. All right, so I've told you all my gear. I've actually very neatly organized my gear. I'm gonna show you in a couple of seconds. I made a very neatly organized flat lay of all my gear together, like the way everyone does in all their videos. So check it out. This is my this is my gear neatly organized. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. If you've got any other questions about what photography gear to get, feel free to put them down in the comments down below. Next week, I'm gonna be talking about, so you're gonna wanna be subscribed and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to stay adventurous. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. All right, so I gotta pick up all my gear, but I have an idea for a thumbnail for this video. I'm gonna try and fit all my gear. Set the tripod down.
I would help you, but this is too funny.
All right. Oh shit! This is so much anxiety.
How many thousands of dollars
Oh my
are in your
God.
hands right now?
Okay, okay, cut.